Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's fair to say already the Olympics has a gold medal in controversy, and it doesn't seem like it's going to stop either. But as you all know, we firstly had the opening ceremony where we got this, which everybody was asking for, by the way, and the world is very happy they put on this performance because this is, ladies and gentlemen, what the Olympics is all about. And if you disagree with that, well, you're mean, you're hateful, you're a bigot, whatever other buzzword these people use, and especially if you're a Christian, apparently standing up for your faith and not wanting it to be mocked is heavily frowned upon now. Who knew?
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
But now we have this other interesting story going around right now, and I'm sure some of you would have already heard about it because it is going viral everywhere, but it is centered around the athletes, specifically two boxers, because there's something very dodgy going on. Two boxers have been cleared to compete as women despite last year the IBA disqualifying them from a world championship because they found out they had XY chromosomes. Right. We all know where this one's going. But before we get into this story any further, ladies and gentlemen, if you could, as always, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. I just want to thank everybody who has subscribed to the channel recently. You guys are absolutely amazing. Turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. And let's do this. So the Daily Mail have reported two boxers are cleared to compete in the Olympics as women despite being disqualified from the World Championships last year, as former athletes claim that gender ideology will get women. Don't think I can say that word on YouTube because we know how funny they can be, but they're correct. Gender ideology will get women hurt very badly in sports. They do get hurt, and it's only going to be a matter of time before something serious does happen. But even though with that risk being very apparent, people out there don't seem to care. It's interesting, isn't it? Because the liberal feminists never speak up about that. Oh no, not at all. Two boxers banned from the World Championships for being deemed biologically male have been cleared to compete at the Olympics as women. A row has erupted in Paris after it emerged that Amin Khalif of Algeria and Lin Yuting of Taiwan were thrown out of the tournament last year amid questions over their biological sex. Now one former Olympian has claimed that gender ideology will get women, while Northern Ireland great Barry McGuigan described the situation as shocking. IOC bosses say both meet eligibility criteria and will box over the coming days against women. The pair were disqualified from the Women's World Boxing Championships in March of 2023 in New Delhi after a series of DNA tests were ordered amid concerns over the sex of some of those taking part. So if they failed those tests, how did they manage to pass the ones at the Olympics? Is it because they're more woke than others? Probably. At the time, Umar Kremlev, president of the International Boxing Association, IBA, claimed the tests had proven the athletes, including Khalif and Yu Ting, who will both fight later this week, had XY chromosomes. He added that they uncovered athletes who were trying to fool their colleagues and pretend to be women. Oh boy. But the IBA has been stripped of the right to run Olympic boxing competitions amid concerns over governance, and the IOC say all athletes involved are eligible to compete, with current rules viewed as more relaxed than those of the IBA. So yeah, the IOC seem to be a little bit more relaxed when it comes to this sort of thing. Following last year's ban, the Algerian Olympic Committee hit back, claiming the disqualification was part of a conspiracy to stop them winning a gold medal, and said medical reasons were behind high testosterone levels. Really? After the disqualification, Mexico's Brianda Tamara came forward with her own experience of fighting Khalif earlier in the tournament. So this is a woman who has fought this boxer, and this is what she has to say. And if she's saying this, just imagine what it's going to be like for the women at the Olympics boxing this person. When I fought with her, I felt very out of my depth, she wrote on X. Her blows hurt me a lot. I don't think I've ever felt like that in my 13 years as a boxer, nor am I sparring with men. Thank God that day I got out of the ring safely, and it's good that they finally realized. Right, so it's definitely not a safety issue going on there. Not at all. But Khalif, a welterweight, is due to fight Italy's Angela Carini on Thursday, with Yu Ting, a featherweight, in action on Friday. According to feminist website Redux, both are thought to be impacted by a difference of sexual development, DSD, a series of medical conditions identified at birth where genitalia is atypical in relation to chromosomes. McGuigan is among those questioning the situation. It's shocking that they were allowed to get this far. What is going on, he wrote on X. We're all asking the same question. So this is the Algerian boxer here. He definitely looks like a woman. If you saw that, you would say, nope, that is a woman. No, you wouldn't. And just for more context, more images, these are the two boxers that are going to compete against women. When you see that, again, you would think to yourself, these are women. No. Elsewhere, Nancy Hogshead, the American swimmer who won 3 golds at the 1984 Games, waded into the row claiming that gender ideology will get women. Hogshead wrote Amain Khalif of Algeria and Lin Yu-ting of Taiwan are scheduled to compete in women's Olympic boxing, despite being disqualified last year for having XY chromosomes, the male phenotype. Let's remind ourselves that males, however, they identify pack a punch that is 162% more powerful than women. The biggest performance gap between men and women. Gender ideology will get women hurt. And she's completely correct. You know, we talk about this all the time. It is so simple, yet it seems like when a simple thing is said, society wants to ignore it and go in the opposite direction because that's the point we're at. Women will get hurt. Men are more powerful. I know some liberal feminists out there who has come across this video might be screaming when she hears that. It's the truth. One ex-user added, men punching women is now officially an Olympic sport. An IOC spokesperson said, all athletes participating in the boxing tournament comply with the competition's eligibility and entry regulations, as well as all applicable medical regulations in accordance with the Paris 2024 boxing unit. But I want to hear your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think is going on there? But I want to talk about this article very briefly because, you know, are we going to see other men competing against women? Because the Olympic Games have come out and said you cannot use certain terms when describing trans athletes, okay? So Olympic chiefs ban a list of harmful words describing trans athletes and tell journalists not to call them born male, biologically male, or mention a sex change during the Games in Paris. So why would they do this? Yeah. It'd be very interesting to see how the Olympics plays out. The organization in charge of running the Olympic Games has sparked outrage after telling journalists not to use a list of harmful words when referring to transgender athletes competing at Paris 2024 this summer. In a new 33-page document, the International Olympic Committee warned the media against using terms such as born male, born female, biologically male, and biologically female, which they claim is problematic language. Seems like we're all very problematic then, doesn't it? The IOC also urges the press to avoid sex change, post-operative surgery, and transsexual. These phrases can be dehumanizing and inaccurate when describing transgender sportspeople and athletes with sex variations. Oh man, like, look, the fact that we've reached a point where the Olympics are telling the media not to use certain words is just crazy. The body has also provided alternatives for journalists to use in their reporting of transgender athletes during the Olympics in Paris, including girl/boy, woman/man, transgender girl/boy, trans woman/man, and transgender person. It is always preferable to emphasize a person's actual gender rather than potentially calling their identity into question by referring to the sex category that was registered on their original birth certificate, the IOC document reads. Just get me off this planet. You know, Elon Musk, if you manage to come across this video, I'm done. Can you hurry up with the Mars mission? And I will sit at the front. You know, I'm not scared or anything. I will sit right at the front. But back to this story about the two boxers who have been cleared to compete as women. Absolute joke here. Let's look at the statement once again from the Mexican boxer who fought the Algerian boxer Khalif. She says, when I fought him, I felt very out of my depth, she wrote on X. His blows hurt me a lot. I don't think I've ever felt like that in my 13 years as a boxer. Nor am I sparring with men. Thank God that day I got out safely of the ring, as it's good that they finally realized. So think about the women now who are going to compete against this boxer and what they're going to go through. This should not be happening. There should be an investigation into this, because if this Mexican boxer, this female boxer, is coming out and saying she has never felt like that in her 13 years as a boxer, I think it's safe to say a woman is going to get hurt. This is wrong. And again, I don't know how they've managed to be cleared. Italy's Angela Carini shouldn't have to step in that ring. And then the woman who is going to be fighting Yu Ting shouldn't have to step in that ring either. They should protect these women. As McGuigan says, it is shocking they were allowed to get this far. What is going on? The Olympics is supposed to be this prestige event where the best of the best compete, where, you know, sporting integrity really matters. But we have this going on. And it wouldn't surprise me if there are other situations like this, where male athletes are going to be competing against women, which again would make sense as to why they have banned a list of harmful words describing trans athletes. It just gets so insane, you don't even know what to say anymore. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on everything discussed in this video. I want to hear your thoughts down below. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video, follow my socials down below in the description. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.